We're going to the Goodyear Hotline to bring live to this program, I think, one of the most amusing people in professional sports today, and I mean that in only the best way you can. I like people who enjoy what they do, and I don't know that there's anything in the world Rob Gronkowski does not enjoy, and I'm delighted to bring Gronk onto this program for the first time. Hello, Gronk, and welcome.
Mike, what's up, man? How you doing?
Well, I'm doing great, and before I get to any of my questions, you have teamed up with Bud Light as the brand's Secretary of Summer. And I can tell you, in all the years I've been doing this and all of the different promotions I've had various athletes on to promote, I can't think of one that fits better. I can think of no one that seemed better suited for any promotion than you seem for this.
Yes, definitely. Bud Light actually made me the Secretary of Summer, which, sounds about right. And, it is designed to make sure everyone has the best summer ever. So I feel like they got the right guy because I'm always having a good summer. I love doing activities outside and everything. And the Bud Light Stimmy is full of $10 million in prizes to help you have an awesome summer. And the prizes for the fans include a giveaway of 100,000 free sports tickets for over 70 teams. It's the biggest giveaway in the biggest sports tickets giveaway in the history ever. So Bud Light's just doing it right, and we just want everyone to have an awesome summer, man.
I love it. It's all about fun. And that's, as I mentioned, what I like about you. So I'd love to try, if I can, for a moment, to get to the root. Where did that begin for you? Where in your life would you trace back in a world, especially in a business like yours, where people are so serious, where the work is hard, and a lot of people don't always seem to enjoy it? Where did it start for you that you just seem to find the fun in your life and in your work and everything?
Oh man, I would say it goes back all the way to my childhood. That's where it all started. Just playing sports nonstop and having a good time doing it. When I was growing up, it was in our neighborhood. I had three older brothers, one younger brother, and then in the neighborhood that we grew up in, I had friends all over the place. And let me tell you, we were competing every single day. There was like literally no days off that we weren't competing. We were either in the basement when it was snowing out up in Buffalo. We were playing mini hockey. We were setting up forts to play gladiators in the basement. It was just nonstop action at all times. There was a lot of brawls growing up. But let me tell you, we had to do it. That was just part of it. That was part of our fun. No matter how serious it got or if we were just playing for fun, it's just what we did. And I feel like it just stuck with me throughout, the whole time. And then what we would always do is, always have a party. After we always, worked hard that whole day, play sports all day, and then we would celebrate a little bit at night, even as kids, it changed in different manners, as you grow up. But it just started when I was a kid, man, all the competition. And then since it started so young as, competing at that level, it just turned into work and work that was fun.
Work hard and play hard. Rob Gronkowski is with me. Your team, obviously, the Buccaneers, you come off a championship, and now literally everyone is coming back. What does it say about your team and the leadership of it that every single player from that team wanted to come back?
It's pretty crazy for sure. I've never been a part of that, where every single player on your team comes back. It's pretty incredible. And I'm super pumped about it because, just going through training camp and the whole year last year, it was a great time. And we all stuck together throughout the whole year. Even during the tougher times, we stuck together and through the great times. And that's what made this team so special. So I'm pumped to have everyone back. I'm pumped to be a part of it. And it just says a lot, how we all want to stick together. And it just shows that, just overall, at every position, there's just great leadership all over the place, from the top of the organization to the bottom, that everyone just wants to stick together and just keep working hard because we work hard here. We work really hard, but at the same time, we love to do it and have fun with it too.
And obviously, your friend Tom Brady is a big part of that. And I hear people use the phrase frequently, not just with him, but with a lot of players, that he creates a culture, that Tom Brady, it sets a culture. How would you describe what that actually means? What does that look like? How did he come to Tampa and create a culture?
I would say the manner of how he carries himself when he steps on the field, the tone that he brings to the team, to the meetings, the tone that he brings out to the practice field. I would say that's where it truly all begins, is that, he's not just going out to the practice field to practice. He's going out, to perfect what we got we got on the table that day, to perfect the plays, to go out there with a purpose. And with the tone that he brings, it just sets the mood for everyone else to get better at the same time.
It's fascinating to watch that kind of leadership because, he seems to be able. We've all seen the shots of him, on the sideline. He's yelling at people and he's mad and all that. And he obviously has the kind of relationship with everyone that he can do that. And it's not just that they respect him, but there has to be something beneath that, right? At some point, if someone is just yelling at you a lot, if there isn't something more than just respect there, that has to turn into a problem, and it never does. How does that work? How do you see that work?
I mean, he's definitely toned down, his yelling and all that. His mini tantrums, that you see every once in a while. That was toned down big time this year for sure. Being in a whole new organization, everything, but it's all for, the general purpose of a bigger cause, to, get his teammates on the right track. It's not just to just yell. It's to, whenever that happens, it's to yell to get the players motivated or to get you to do the right thing, to get your mind right, so you're ready to go the next time you step out on the field or the next drive or whatever it is. It's never to just yell because he wants to yell. There's always a purpose behind it. It's always a purpose to make you better and get you right, so you go out there and do it right and do the best you can when you hit the field.
Rob Gronkowski, who is the perfect choice to be the Secretary of Summer, teaming up with Bud Light with me for another moment here on ESPN Radio. Gronk, you've accomplished so much. What motivates you now? What drives you to continue pushing yourself to be the best you can be with everything you've done in the sport?
That's a good question. I've definitely accomplished, a good amount out there. Being the Secretary of Summer is maybe one of my biggest accomplishments out there, actually. But you got to always find ways to keep on going. You got to find ways to stay motivated. And to tell you the truth, what motivates me every single day is getting up and moving, and competing. If I don't do that, if I'm not working out, if I'm not competing, I don't feel right. I don't feel like myself. I don't feel like I can joke around like how I want to joke around. And that's what motivates me is just that feeling of not doing anything. And I don't want that feeling. So I love the feeling of, working out, getting better, getting stronger, getting faster. Just the idea of getting better out on the football field, competing, and also helping out your team. When I'm doing that, I feel like myself. Then I feel like I can, do what I want to do, go out and have a good time after I complete what I really want to complete in the morning. So that's just me. And I got to work out. I got to compete. And that's what keeps me going. And that's why I'm motivated to do it, because when I'm not doing it, I don't feel like myself.
Couple of more quick ones before I know you need to run. Your buddy Tom Brady was on the draft-a-thon the other day, and he said he would trade 2 of his Super Bowl rings for an unbeaten season. Now, I know you weren't on that team that almost went 19-0. That was before you got there. But generally, you're another one with a whole bunch of championships. Would you trade 2 Super Bowl championships for 1 unbeaten season?
Oh, man, that's a good question. That's a real good question. And what's crazy is that, like, wherever I go, people think I was part of that team.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because I was in New England for a while, won a lot of championships there. So I totally understand. But that was actually the first Super Bowl I ever went to, because I was going to the University of Arizona, and my dad brought me to that game. Unfortunately, they lost. But would I trade 2 Super Bowl rings for an undefeated season? I would say no. I wouldn't. Not personally, not myself, because I just want to be I don't want to trade in any, because I think there's a chance, in my life to be on a team like that. So I don't feel like I don't have to trade in any Super Bowl rings. So I see in the future that I have a chance, to be on a team like that. So I ain't trading any rings in. I just got to keep going for it.
Maybe this year. We'll see. A great Rob Gronkowski with me. One more quick one for you here. I was positive Julian Edelman was going to come down there with you guys. Absolutely positive. He announced his retirement. What are the chances you guys talk him into unretiring and coming down and playing in Tampa this year?
Jules was an unbelievable player, and he literally gives it his all for his teammates. And, I just wish, the best for Julian to heal up. Obviously in this, little press conference thing that he said he was going to go till the tires fall off, and he sure has. So I'm hoping he heals up. I want the best for him. I've been in that situation before, and I believe, if Julian truly heals up and whatever's hurting on him, and he fully heals and feels good, I think he'll be back. I don't see why he wouldn't be back eventually in the future. Maybe a year or two away. Let me tell you, he's just a competitor. So if he heals up 100%, feels good, I think he'll be back in the NFL. But I don't know what team, I don't know where. But I think he's going to at least take this year off. He's got a lot going on, and then he'll be back, I think, if like I said, if he heals up 100%.
Fair enough. I know what team and where, but we'll see what's up happening.
I don't know where. I can't, I can't predict the future right now. We got this year. I don't think he'll play this year. But after
Brady
that,
is in Tampa. Gronk is in Tampa. It just seems right that Edelman will be. One last thing for you quickly, all kidding aside, and this just sort of jumped into my head because, I remember when you retired and the first time, or the only time that you retired, and you seemed and you were physically worn out and all of that. And a lot of people thought it was also because Bill Belichick's style is such that it can wear people out. And I just wonder now, all these years later, you had so much success there. Like, what is that relationship like? How are you and Bill today?
It's always been a great relationship, actually, and I'm super blessed just to have the 9 years that I had there, big time. I've learned so much throughout my time there, but I would say the relationship's fine. I mean, I really haven't talked to him at all since I've been traded to the Tampa Bay Bucs, but if I see him, in the streets, if I see him out at an event, a football event, wherever it is, a charity event, I have absolutely no problem with him. I feel like we would just, kick it off like we normally would at an event. Talk some football real quick because he's got to always talk football and just catch up quick. But I feel like there'll be no problems at all, and we'll just kick it off like how we normally do.
Very good. Right, look, Rob Gronkowski again teamed up with Bud Light. He is the perfect choice to be the Secretary of Summer. This was a pleasure, Gronk. Thank you very much for taking the time today. Best of luck with this, and best of luck next season. I'll see you down the road.
All right, Greeny. Take care, man. Thanks for having me.